Boxxo and the others are still at the entrance of the labyrinth. Director Bear then approaches Boxxo. He tells him that their main goal is indeed to rescue Boxxo. They could return now if they wanted to, but Director Bear says they still have another purpose here. More precisely, it's a request from the Foolish People's Brigade. They want to defeat the Flame Skeleton, the ruler of this labyrinth level. This monster has the potential to threaten other hunters if left unchecked. Carry Oil then arrives after Director Bear finishes speaking. Carry Oil will explain why they want to defeat this level's ruler. All members of the Foolish People's Brigade have a goal. They have decided to do whatever it takes to achieve it, even if others consider it foolish. Carry Oil then asks if Boxxo knows about the legend in this dungeon. The legend says that anyone who can reach the last level of the dungeon and meet its requirements, their every wish will be granted. Although some have reached the final level, none have been able to conquer it. Carry Oil himself doesn't know what the requirements are, but that's what they're after. There are rumors that the person needs 1 coin from the level's ruler for each wish to be granted. Boxxo realizes that the coin he has, the one with a crocodile emblem, might be what they're talking about. The Foolish People's Brigade has 8 members. However, Akka and Shiro share the same wish. The same goes for Carry Oil and Filmina, so there are a total of 6 different wishes. Currently, they only have 3 coins. Boxxo then thinks that perhaps he can use his coin to grant a wish. Carry Oil heard from Holmi that Boxxo has a human soul inside him. He offers Boxxo the incentive of becoming human if he helps the Foolish People's Brigade. However, it's clear that they must reach the final level to do so. To enhance their abilities, they continue moving from one level to another, defeating the level's ruler if they appear. Afterward, Carry Oil asks if Boxxo saw the coin after defeating the 8-legged alligator. Boxxo confirms that he did, and he even kept it. Carry Oil feels relieved after hearing this, and so Boxxo and Lammis agree to assist the Foolish People's Brigade. After all, Lammis wants Boxxo to try her cooking. The next day, they began preparations to defeat the Flame Skeleton. Director Bear distributed a map of the labyrinth. However, Boxxo realized that the map was entirely inaccurate. Earlier, Boxxo had taken a photograph of the labyrinth from above with his security camera, but he wasn't sure if he could display the photo. However, as usual, Boxxo used a new function to overcome this. At the product retrieval point, there now appeared an image of the labyrinth that Boxxo had taken. Director Bear was very impressed. He even said he would give a bonus from the Hunter Association. With that image, Filmina updated her map. After walking for a while, Director Bear said there was a large trap ahead. They would use this trap to defeat the Flame Skeleton. Hulmi wasn't sure if the level's ruler would fall into a trap in its own level. However, they would activate the trap manually, so if it wasn't active when the Flame Skeleton passed by, they could still trigger it. Upon arriving at the trap's location, Director Bear instructed the others to lean against the wall. He then pressed the wall in a way that activated the trap. Afterward, the floor in the middle opened wide, revealing a deep hole. The hole's height was twice that of the Flame Skeleton. The plan was to lure it directly above the trap and drop it. However, even if the Flame Skeleton fell, the ruler wouldn't be defeated so easily. So Filmina and Boxxo would be responsible for spraying water to extinguish the Flame Skeleton's fire so the others could attack the ruler, which was just bones. Although asked to do so, Boxxo wasn't sure if he could fill the hole with water using only bottled water. However, as usual, he found a new function to accomplish this. Now, Boxxo transformed into a paid watering device. Fortunately, there were pictorial instructions that helped them understand how to use it. Hulumi gave it a try, and it turned out the sprayed water was quite strong and abundant. Although it would still take several days, at least they were confident that this method could work. Unfortunately, there was one problem. Boxxo could only transform into another form for a maximum of 2 hours a day. It's been 2 days since then. Every day for 1 hour, Boxxo transforms into a watering machine and directs water into the hole. Outside of that time, Boxxo pours as much bottled water as possible into the hole. Once the bottle is emptied, Boxxo automatically removes it, leaving only the water. Sometimes monsters appear in front of them. However, they are no match for a group of this level. When a small fire skull appears, Lammas carries Boxxo and then Shui sprays water on the skull. Currently, Maiken descends into the hole to see how much water has accumulated. Down there, Maiken feels the air is very cold, and it turns out that the water they pour is absorbed by the soil, so not much water accumulates. After finding this out, Carrie Oil and Director Bear are forced to look for another plan. However, Boxxo has a better idea upon hearing Maiken's words. He transforms into an ice vending machine. Because Boxxo has increased his speed status, he can dispense ice much faster. Even so, Boxxo is still not sure if all of this can defeat the flame skeleton. When night falls, Lammas approaches Boxxo and asks if he's thinking about something. Boxxo is surprised that Lammas can tell. Lammas says that Boxxo's light blinks when he's thinking about something. Then Lammas asks a crucial question. She wants to know if Boxxo wants to become human again. Normally, Boxxo would answer yes. However, sometimes Boxxo thinks about something else. If he's no longer a vending machine, can he still be useful? Currently, Boxxo feels very useful to Lammas and the others. If he is considered useless, maybe others will prefer him to remain just a vending machine. Boxxo is afraid of that possibility. That's why he still doesn't want to use his telepathy function. After thinking all of this, Boxxo answers Lammas with a welcome and a unfortunately, which means not sure. Lammas herself really wants to talk about many things with Boxxo. She has also mentioned wanting Boxxo to taste her cooking. Upon hearing that, Boxxo becomes more motivated. Perhaps these two reasons alone are enough to become human again. Several days have passed. The hole has been sufficiently filled with water and ice, so it's time to put the plan into action. As planned, the flame skeleton heads in their direction. When it's directly above the trap, Maiken immediately presses the wall to activate the pit trap. And just like that, the flame skeleton successfully falls into the hole. They are cautious because there should be steam coming out, but for some reason no steam appears at all. The fire on the flame skeleton's body has already disappeared. The only one who knows the reason for this is Boxxo. In fact, the ice Boxxo dispensed was not ordinary ice, it was dry ice. Dry ice is solidified carbon dioxide. When the flame skeleton fell, the hole was filled with carbon dioxide, while the fire wouldn't ignite without oxygen, and carbon dioxide collected at the bottom because it's heavier than oxygen. However, even so, flame skeleton didn't suffer fatal injuries from just being thrown into the pit. Carrie Oil then decides to go down while the fire has been extinguished. However, Boxxo immediately prohibits it. The hole below is filled with carbon dioxide, and entering it would be toxic to the body. While they're thinking, flame skeleton begins to climb out of the hole. If Boxxo doesn't act, the others will descend into the carbon dioxide-filled pit. Boxxo suddenly transforms himself into an adult magazine vending machine. Upon seeing this, Lammas feels embarrassed and hits Boxxo hard. When right above the hole, Boxxo transforms again into a massive vending machine with very heavy weight. Combined with the impact from above, Flame Skeleton can't bear its weight and is instantly crushed. Nevertheless, Boxxo still receives 12 damage. Lammas was genuinely angry because Boxxo had acted recklessly again. She wanted to follow him down, but Boxxo still didn't allow it. After Boxxo retrieved the coin he obtained after defeating Flame Skeleton, he used a balloon as protective magic to rise back up. Lammas and the others were, of course, surprised by the method Boxxo used. After the hole was sealed again, Lammas immediately approached Boxxo. She didn't want Boxxo to do something crazy again in the future. However, Boxxo didn't respond. If he could save them, maybe Boxxo would do it again. After that, Carrie Oil wanted to ask Boxxo something. He wanted to know if Flame Skeleton dropped a coin in the hole. Boxxo then took the coin from the product retrieval point. However, Fulumi quickly grabbed it before Carrie Oil could. Fulumi said the coin belonged to Boxxo after all. He was the one who defeated Flame Skeleton. Carrie Oil understood this, which is why he wanted to buy the coin from Boxxo. He offered to buy it for 100 gold coins. In terms of points, that's equivalent to about 100,000 points. Director Bear also mentioned that the price was appropriate for a ruler's coin. So Boxxo happily sold the coin. Besides, he already had a ruler's coin, so he didn't need another one. Carrie Will said he would pay for it another day. Their mission was now complete, and they could return to the Clearflow level. This labyrinth level only had a sky view and high walls. Boxxo decided he wouldn't come to this level again.